How's it going, everybody? And welcome to another Movie Hooker podcast where I am going to be talking about upcoming South Korean movies that are going to be releasing. I hope, are going to be releasing sometime this year. And yeah, they all look fucking absolutely savage. So, the films I'm going to be talking about are obviously the two Cannes winners there. We have, Jesus, I can't even remember the name now. Oh my god. Decision to Leave. Sorry, Jesus, I just had a brain fart there. I'm sorry. Decision to Leave, which is directed by Park Chan-wook, the main man himself, and which won, I think, Best Directorial Feature. I'm not too sure, but it won a prestigious award there at Cannes, so if you win at Cannes, then, you're pretty much set up. So that is Decision to Leave. We'll also be talking about the new Song Kang-ho movie, which is called Broker. That also took home an award for, have a guess. Well, you're not going to, it's no surprise. Song Kang-ho took home the Best Actor award, so I believe. And it's really funny because if I remember correctly, Song Kang-ho was a judge last year at Cannes, so it's quite funny. Well, to me anyway, he's one year he's a judge and he's judging who's going to be the best person there. Next year one of his films is in there, and of course he is the best person there. The guy is a phenomenal actor. Not only is he my favourite South Korean actor, he's also one of my just favourite actors of all fucking time. I cannot get enough of him. So yeah, that is a drama called Broker we'll be talking about. We'll also be talking about a movie called Hunt, or The Hunt, which is, I think, the directorial debut from one of the stars of Squid Game. So this looks really, really interesting, and we recently got a trailer there that Jessica posted on the Movie Hooker socials, and yeah, it looks fucking great. Also, we're going to be talking about one called The Killer. The Killer, The Woman Deserves to Die, or The Woman Who Deserves to Die. And yeah, you're going to be hearing about that pretty much the same as I am. So let's get to it. Yeah, so first up is Decision to Leave, and that is the new film from Park Chan-wook. It is also co-written by Park Chan-wook and his long-time collaborator, and I am sorry, but I am not going to try and pronounce her name. As I always say, I'll butcher the language, so I'd rather just leave her name out, but just to let you know that a lot of these movies would not be possible without this lady, and I think she does not get enough credit for the impact that she actually has on South Korean cinematic movement, I guess we can call it. So yeah, Decision to Leave picked up one of the best awards there in Cannes Film Festival. I think it was Best Film, or it could be Best Director. I'm not fucking sure, but it picked up one of the best anyway. It looks, The Handmaiden was definitely a bit of a, a lot different than the usual dark and gritty stuff that he's so damn fucking good at making. The movies that made me fall in love with South Korean cinema in the first place. Park Chan-wook has, he has a lot to do with my love for South Korean cinema. So when he releases something, it doesn't matter the genre. Doesn't fucking matter the genre. I fucking listen, I watch, I'll support it, I'll buy it. So yeah, this movie, Decision to Leave, is looking to be sort of like a Hitchcockian type murder mystery drama. It looks absolutely fucking stunning. It just looks absolutely beautiful. Every shot in the trailer that I've seen just looks, oh my god, this is so fucking pretty to look at. You could even just watch it with the fucking sound down and still appreciate it. So it follows this detective who has to go and investigate a mysterious death of this man in the mountains. So I have no idea if this guy lives in the mountains, if he was on a holiday in the mountains, but he died in the mountains. That's all I fucking know. So this guy has to go and investigate the murder, and then when he's interviewing the usual people, gets to his wife, he realizes that, hold on a fucking second, something ain't fucking right here. This wife should be showing a lot more remorse. There's something up there. So I'm guessing she becomes the number one suspect in this I'm going to say murder case, because if it wasn't a fucking murder case, it wouldn't be much of a story. So I'm going to have a guess there that it is a murder. But that is all I really want to know about this movie, because, like you, I really want to see this as well. So I want to leave as much as possible, just to enjoy, without trying to create spoilers for you and me as well. So yeah, that is Decision to Leave, and that is the new movie by Park Chan-wook. So I'm going to stay on with the award-winning movies here, because I'm very happy to learn this news recently that 2 South Korean movies picked up some of the most prestigious awards in Cannes Film Festival. And yeah, this one is called Broker, and it stars my fucking favourite South Korean actor, and that is Song Kang-ho. This guy is just untouchable, and I find it really funny, actually. I'm pretty fucking sure I'm pretty fucking sure he was one of the judges last year at Cannes Film Festival. So he was sitting there judging people, going, okay, you deserve the Best Acting Award. And then the following year, he has another movie in Cannes, and of course he takes home the very award that he was judging people for last year. So well done, Mr. Song Kang-ho. You deserve fucking everything. Now, here's the other thing. Broker looks to be like, I'm still really, really looking forward to it. But it is quite different from the dark and sort of violent side of South Korean cinema that we know about. This movie looks like it's a bit of a fucking tearjerker, and it is about these boxes that you put newborn babies in. And I really don't know about that. Like, so if you want to give up your child, you have to go and put it in this box, and that's how you give up your kid. I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. But just like Decision to Leave, I want to fucking watch this movie as well, and I couldn't give a shit what it is about. I really, really couldn't. Anything I've watched with Song Kang-ho in it has just become like a immediate favourite of mine. If you haven't checked out fucking Thirst, which is Park Chan-wook as well, and so stars Song Kang-ho, it's a phenomenal vampire movie. You can watch that on Shudder. That's SHUDDER. In case you can't understand my accent. Some people can't understand me saying Shudder, and I'm like, what the fuck? Shudder? Obviously, that's how you say it. Anyway, yeah, Thirst. He was in Thirst. That's the vampire movie. He was also in A Taxi Driver, which is like a drama, action, war movie, and it's fucking phenomenal as well. He was also in one of, I think it's Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. He's in a Netflix movie that you can all watch. I'm pretty sure it's called The Drug King, or The Drug Kingpin. I think it's The Drug King. And he's in another courtroom sort of judicial. Fuck, I don't even know words. I shouldn't even try and say these words when I can't even say them. I'm going to say a courtroom drama called The Attorney, which again is just fantastic viewing. So I'm really looking forward to this new movie. As I said, I'll watch anything with Song Kang-ho in it, and that movie is called Broker. It is also directed by a Japanese director. I'm not sure if it's just a Japanese director with a South Korean cast, or it is a cross-production between South Korea and Japan, but the director is the director of 2018's Shoplifters, which was quite a good movie. So again, that is Broker, and yeah, starring my main man, Song Kang-ho. Okay, so next up is a spy espionage, I fucking need to learn how to speak, movie, drama, thriller, action. It's got a little bit of everything, and it is called Hunt. Jessica also posted the trailer for Hunt on the socials, the Movie Hooker socials, a day or two ago, and it looks fucking great. It stars Lee Jung-jae, who we all know from Netflix, the Netflix global fucking phenomenon, which is called Squid Game. He is the lead actor in Squid Game. And yeah, he directs and he also stars in this movie. Now, I'm going to read you the official plot because, again, I'm not too familiar with the story here, but it's definitely one to be looking out for. So, it says, in the 1980s, when the military dictatorship reached its peak, KCIA Foreign Unit Chief Park Pong Ho, who is played by Lee Jung Jae, and Domestic Unit Chief Kim Jung Do. Fuck me, I am shite at names. Are tasked with uncovering a North Korean spy known as Dong Lim, who is deeply embedded within their agency. When the spy begins leaking top secret intel that could jeopardize national security, the two units are each assigned to investigate each other. In this tense situation, where if they cannot find the mole, they may be the accused themselves. Pyong Ho and Dong Do slowly start to uncover the truth and become aware of an unthinkable plot to assassinate the South Korean president. That's a bit fucking spoiler filled for me, so I'm sorry about that, but you know, I just spoiled it for myself, so I'm not going down alone in this one. Yeah, so that is Hunt, and yeah, we also know that Hunt is a lengthy time of 130 minutes, so it better be fucking good. Okay, so next up is... Sorry, 1 sec here, I get the mic. Yeah, next up is a movie called The Killer, The Woman Who Deserves to Die. Now, this one, as much as I love Song Kang-ho, and as much as I love Park Chan-wook, this has to be... And even Lee Jung Jae from Squid Game, this has to be my fucking favourite from the list, because, yeah, it doesn't really sound that original, you know, when it comes to South Korean cinema, but man, it sounds fucking good, you know. And there's that old saying, you know, if it's not fucking broken, don't fix it. So I'll read you the plot for this, the new one, The Killer. Okay, I'm going to say Yu Gang. Yu Gang is a hitman who has decided to retire. See, we've seen that so many times in South Korean movies, the retired hitman, and, you know, it seems a bit repetitive, but they do it so fucking well. I would rather watch 10 movies nearly exactly the same than watch fucking 2 Fast and the Furious movies, because... It doesn't matter how many times South Korea can regurgitate that genre. They always add in something really, really new. They can always really make it connect with the story, and not sort of like being just fucking going, oh my god, the action scenes are so good. It has a load of fucking heart and meaning, and you know, it connects on so many levels. So anyway, let's get back to the plot. He's decided to retire. He has a nice house, all the money he needs, but one day his girlfriend takes a trip to Jeju Island, I don't know, and leaves him with a request. Her companion on the trip has a 17-year-old daughter, Hoon-ji, who will be left alone during their 3-week vacation. Yu Gang reluctantly agrees to look after Yoon-ji and make sure she doesn't get into any trouble. But she does get into trouble. Yoon-ji is not a bad kid, but she makes some poor choices, and before she realises it, she finds herself in a situation far more dangerous than she could ever have imagined. But just as Yoon-ji is in over her head, her captors too will find themselves with more than they can handle when Yu Gang shows up to take their home and comes out of fucking retirement. You should have wrote it, and comes out of retirement. So yes, we do have that very... you know, similar story, the retired hitman, the fucking, the kid, and then the hitman having to come out to go and save the kid. It sounds like it's been done 1,000 times before in South Korea, and I cannot fucking wait. So yeah, that is The Killer, The Woman Who Deserves to Die. Okay, so next up we have a science fiction action fantasy movie called Alien. And this sounds like a lot of fun, to be honest. And it's set in the, I'd say, during the sort of around the times that Kingdom is set, and it is about these people who try to take a mysterious sword but fail. And in present day, aliens appear on Earth. A time door soon appears between late Goryeo Dynasty period and the present day. Due to this, chaotic situations occur. Yes, please, fucking sign me up for that. It is also directed by Choi Dong Hoon, who is done Assassination, which was a fucking great movie, and The Thieves, which is another great movie, and Taza as well. So very, very good director, very, very good writer. Yeah, so it also looks like there was a sequel shot back to back. So I'm hoping this is going to be a good one, because then we will not have to wait that long until we get the sequel. It looks like, fuck, I don't know if these movies were made together. They shot both of these films inside 13 months, which is fucking, that's good going, I think, isn't it? So yeah, that is called Alien, and also we will be getting Alien Part 2 as well. So yeah, on to the next one. So the last one that I want to talk about is a highly anticipated sequel of one of the best, well, in my opinion, anyway, one of the best action movies in the last decade, and that was called The Witch Part 1 Subversion. Now, yes, we have a fucking sequel at long last. We have been waiting since 2018 for this movie, so if you haven't seen The Witch Part 1, then I highly recommend that you fucking sort that out right away, because you can pretty much watch the sequel straight afterwards, and I've been waiting fucking 3 years or something. So yeah, it's I'm not, the sequel is called the Witch Part 2, the other half, and I'm not too sure if it follows the same girl from Part 1, but Part 1 told the story of this young girl who was experimented on in North Korea. She escapes and she ends up growing up with this family. She then she wants to be a singer, so she goes on to like the South Korean version of X Factor to sing, and the bad North Koreans see her on the TV and they go, well, that's the fucking girl we've been looking for decades, so we need to go and capture her. And as soon as she finds out that these bold, bad North Koreans are on her tail, she starts to have flashbacks and memories, and the killer and the beast within her unleashes, and it is just fucking beautiful. Some of the best fucking choreographed violence that you could hope for in an action movie. So again, I'm just telling you about these movies, guys, that are coming out, but I really don't want to know an awful lot about them myself, so you've only got the bare bones, because I'm a fan at the end of the day here as well, and I fucking love South Korean cinema, and yeah, we have so much great stuff to look forward to now in the coming months. And as soon as any more pop up, I will be making more lists. We also could be probably making a really good list, because there's a lot of stuff coming out from Japan throughout this year, whereas I've just been sort of solely focusing on South Korean cinema. So, yep, to recap there, I think we talked about Decision to Leave, Broker, Hunt, The Killer, The Woman Who Deserves to Die, and then we talked about, holy shit, we're only after talking about the last one, and I forget already. Oh yeah, The Witch Part 2. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much again for listening, and I hope I've hooked you up with some future viewing. And if you don't know of any of these movies, hit me up in the comments, or if you would like me to make a list on any other subject involving world cinema or anything, then let me know and I'll see what I can do. And if you enjoy the videos, then hit the subscribe button. And yeah, thank you very much, and I shall chat to you all very soon. Bye, peace.